feeling good.
I'm feeling good. Y'all see my jacket? It's how I'm feeling. It's how I'm feeling. All right. We also have a co-host with us here.
I'm Jay. I'm a community health outreach coordinator for SICA, and I'll be your co-host today.
Okay, we got SICA representing. Clap, clap, clap. And we also have a special guest with us.
Jaleel Lieberman, and I'm representing Dream Big Inferno, as you can see on this left side. So that's a little about me. I'm a 19-year-old serial entrepreneur. I've been doing landscapes since I was 13. I am the peacemaker and founder of Dream Big Inferno. And last but not least, I am the self-published author of How Pain Brought Me Happiness.
Oh, say it again, what?
How Pain Brought Me Happiness. And I am delighted to be on this podcast. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, thank you for coming. I hope y'all got the energy there. I got some energy.
I'm
Y'all can do like a flip or something, right?
Flip? Nah, but we definitely taking over this podcast.
This is all Anaya and Kendra show. Sean will be back soon. Sean will be back soon.
Shout out.
Also, before I forget, the Instagram handle is dreambig.inferno.
Yes. Good. That's where y'all can find it. Period. And before we get too much into this, let's thank your Youth as a Resource for being our sponsor. Okay. Oh, y'all ready for this podcast? I'm ready. How y'all doing? I can't. I'm nervous.
Man.
Oh, and today on this game show for you for the podcast is Sickness Insight. We've been told there's only one way to make it, but that's a lie. There's so many ways to earn, hustle, and build your bag. We're here to put you on, especially because we live in Baltimore, Maryland, and a lot of times when you try to get a job, you really be like going and applying for everything. But when you apply, I almost ended up in Alaska. I swear y'all almost ended up in Alaska. Like, I'm like, bro, I thought this was in a white marsh. How is this in Alaska? Like, I don't even like being too cold for too long. And then to be there, oh no. Mm-hmm. But with this, that's why we have today's episode. It's all about ways you can earn. Cause let's be real, we're the next wave, the future leaders, and it's time to start moving. Literally, didn't we say that the last show? I'm confused. Oh, so are we standing on business? We're standing on business. Yes. That's what it's giving. That's what it's sounding like. We're very consistent. As we said, we're pushing up the next future leaders. The next big wave, which is the future. How cool. Right.
You are the future.
So, I know a couple of us got some experiences where we could be like, bro, like, I don't know how I ended up there. Like, even in the workforce or even in the education field, I know some of us got experiences where something had happened crazy. So, don't be afraid, y'all, in the YouTube chat, put what happened, or in the stream, put what happened. Don't be shy. Because for me, I remember, like, if I was prioritizing myself, I would have applied at like a Sky Zone or a skating rink where it would be a good vibe. It's not always meant to be fun. I might be smelling some stinky shoes or something, taking the skates and cleaning them. But at least I'll be hearing the good music. It'll be good energy. I was working at a pizza shop, and it was like the workers weren't listening to the boss. You know what I mean? They was telling, like, I was getting trained, and the boss told me do it one way, but my trainer is telling me do it another way. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was creating some type of tension. But we can get to that later.
I would apply for Planet Fitness just so I can work out for free. But I was a florist, so hey.
Planet Fitness be getting me with them Tootsie Rolls. They be having them Tootsie Rolls always in the front in that big old bowl. I swear to you, they say take one, but I take. We're supposed to be working out. Yeah, the bowl. The bowl. He get it. The bowl. Wait, guys, we're supposed to be working out. Y'all all agree to this?
Yes, absolutely. I'm a skateboarder. Shoot, if I could find a job where I could just skate around.
Oh, don't worry. I know a gym we can all go.
Who's we?
We.
Who's we? I think like on our downtime, the gym not that bad.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like, all right, so let's look at setting yourself up with a job. Let's look at some of these key points on how we can prepare ourselves as the youth. Because I know as a high schooler, we think about the quickest bag, the fattest bag. Like, you know what I mean? Just give me my money. That's all we ask for. That's all we want. So, setting yourself up
for a job. Let's look at some of these tips.
Have any personal tips for us?
Personal tips.
Yeah.
Have that fit ready.
Oh.
Have that fit
for
ready.
sure.
This is
For
fit.
sure.
Have that fit ready. We need
Have
that fit on
confidence,
point.
have confidence.
Have confidence. So, embrace education and hard work. You have to, I'm not going to say lie, but boost yourself up. All your credibility, all of your skills, all of this that you know that you can do, vocalize it. It says itself is built on a foundation of learning and dedication. If you show you're willing to listen after you make a mistake and take that feedback, it'll show how great you are at being receptive, right? That's the word? Receptive.
That's the perfect time to gas yourself.
Yeah,
That job interview is just about you. You on the spot. Get that highlight.
Like what? You gotta say I'm the perfect person for you. You don't need no one else. Seek a mentor. It don't have to just be a parent. It could be a counselor in school. It could be even a friend that is maybe 2-3 years older than you and got more experience in a job that might be like, bruh, don't go work in that yard where you might be picking up poop and all that stuff. You're gonna be mad. I don't want to hear about none of them stories. Go work where you could be caring for dogs. You could be cleaning the dogs and helping dogs find a shelter. You know what I mean? That's what you like to do.
Y'all missing something. But y'all missing something.
What?
Y'all need a strong handshake. If you do that, shake give me your hand.
Okay.
Do that whole 2 hands. And
Yeah,
strong grip.
Yeah, don't be loose on that handshake.
Yeah.
Pursue passion and purpose.
Yeah.
So, if you walking on the street and somebody would have sound like, looking for a mascot who want to be a turkey for a day, and you know that's not what you want to be, you need to go where it aligns with you. As I said, look for, okay, if my skill is I'm good with computers and I can communicate good, receptionist. Let me look at jobs like that. Or let me go see who needs my help in the digital field where I could be at home and working at that computer. You got to seek and prioritize things for you. So,
Make sure it's
I would
definitely
never
something
work
you really-
digital ever. Help me, please.
What?
Help me. I don't know.
I got
You can't stay still.
So you say like you're like an old person when it comes to
I am an old soul, not an old person. That's all I got.
I'm saying, how old are you?
19. By this body,
But what you trying to tell me?
eventually.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
hey, yo, developing listening skills. Y'all probably like, bro, I know how to listen. But being purposeful when you listen, you might be like, bro, I need help figuring this out. And if you listen, 2 words in that sentence then gave you everything you needed. You know what I mean? Or even if they said, go look at this and look it up as it being an adult or an elder, someone who might have a little bit more wisdom, do your part and seek what it is that they're telling you to seek. You know what I mean? Go over their instructions again if need be. You have to show that you're adding it. That even if it is an answer missing, Google and ChatGPT is free. You can look it up quickly. GPT.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
And guess what?
Always vocalize.
Yup, because after you did your part or researching, you did your part on going through those instructions one more time, you can say, oh my God, I'm a little confused, but I tried to look it up. And I thought it might have been this, but I just wanted to be sure. Like, you know, okay, you was close because it actually is. I just wanted to be sure they're showing you you're not just a person that just, you know what I mean, just think and move. No, you're a person that is knowledgeable and is a fact checker. Right?
Yeah.
Watch out, guys.
Also,
Y'all
on
need
that,
to
ask for help.
Also, on that, the difference between listening and hearing, I hear okay, and one ear out the other. That's hey, okay, I got you up and just keep it pushing. But listening is taking your own thoughts and using what they said to your own how you feel.
So, building networks and staying informed. Y'all might be like, what do you mean building networks and staying informed? But you must move purposeful, right? So when I was at Hollister, for an example, I was there for like 2 years, but I wanted to find another quick little job that like maybe I could work more in the evenings and the afternoons, things like that. I was working and like I was the only person at a register. I was answering the phones, I was backing it up, I was like check people out, doing all of that. And the guy, he was the owner or either like the manager or boss at the Rosario's. He like, I love, like, you know what I mean, how you're moving, like, you know, you're getting it going. He like, can I have your number? He gave me his number 1 to 2. And he wanted to interview me basically and give me that part-time job. And I went there. And it didn't go as planned, but I got a cool experience from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all about where you are. Position yourself accordingly.
Exactly. Like,
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like even how I got into Sika, like I just happened to be at the library on a random day, and I would go to the library a lot, and on this day it happened to be a lot going on, so I just I saw some of the team there. I'm like, it looks really interesting, so I introduced myself to Miss Jackie, and one thing led to another. And I'm here.
Were you active during that time?
I was actually Kendra. She followed me home.
What?
She no, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Kendra low-key did kidnap him. Like, Kendra low-key.
She's so a good candidate. She
All
moved.
I did was I seen where he was. I'm like, okay, he's not really doing anything, and I kind of dragged him towards me.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I was low key like when she gave me the information, I was like, man, I'm not.
I was asking him.
And then days went by, she kept reaching out, and I was like,
you should really call me.
And now look where you at.
Yeah.
It's that consistency. We gotta stick with.
So you saying you wouldn't be here without me?
Hey, yo. All right, so y'all, boundaries. Y'all know what that means?
Don't my no-nos, man. That's what I thought about immediately. I'm not lying.
Hey, yo.
That's what I thought.
All right.
No, with the boundaries, like, you gotta make sure that you're making sure you're talking to the person. You're actually understanding what their bubble is and how you have to stay away sometimes.
I'm a pop it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna pop it. That's
Oh.
the boundary.
You just said, I'm not respecting you.
No. I'm just saying a lot of people do that.
So we don't want to be like you.
Like, go in the corner. That's what he said.
Like, yo, we just joking. So, boundaries is a line that marks the limit of an area or just basically space. You know what I mean? A space, meaning vocally there could be a space and there could be boundaries. Physically, there is a boundary in that space. You know what I mean? So, meaning, if I can only receive information one way, you need to respect that way I'm able to receive that information. I always tell people you can't tell a deaf person to listen. You gotta give them a braille so they can feel on it, right? I always say you can't tell a blind person to look. You have to describe it. You have to speak in their language and what aligns with them. If I am a physical learner and a visual learner, you cannot be saying, I already told you. You're not respecting me as a person. You're not respecting that boundary that I cannot and literally will not do it because first of all, I gotta tell you my reason, but I am literally like unable to process and learn in that way. You know what I mean? So boundaries don't always have to be a physical or a personal thing in that matter. It could be just standing up for yourself and how you want to be carried and treated as a person.
This reminds me of the last episode.
Okay.
Can
you elaborate?
Yeah.
I'm talking about when she was talking about like you can't make a blind person see. Like it really reminded me of the last episode.
Can you elaborate?
She making sure to like make sure y'all know that you can't tell a blind person that they can see and a deaf person.
I feel like that's the most like relatable and obvious like reference. Like you can't speak a language that I'm unfamiliar with, and that's the most obvious thing. Like because it's literally that way. If I'm unable to do it, that is what it is. You know what I mean? Some people may be adamant and still push and still try to convince, but you setting that boundary, being able to vocally do that, it goes a long way.
Yeah, you should always respect your boundaries as well. Like if like maybe in the workplace, and not even just in the workplace, in school, if maybe like classmate maybe bothering you, don't take it upon yourself at first. Go to the teacher first. Teacher don't do something, parents, and then.
And if it don't work, look up, like, bro, I'm telling y'all, it has been some times where I have looked up the most, like, simplest thing in my hand I thought it would be the most simplest thing. But it's like, if I have not looked it up, I could have hurt myself if I just went along and did it. I could have made a bad decision that in the long-term run, it put me like 10 steps backer if I just looked up, hey, Siri, how do I hook up two cables to my battery engine?
Battery.
My battery. My battery to jumpstart my car, bro. It's a story where me and my brother, bro, were trying to jumpstart my car. I'm like, Cameron, look it up. Just watch the YouTube video. 5 minutes, watch the YouTube video. Bro, we left one of the cars on, I think, before we put on the clamp. and it started to spark a little bit, and I was so terrified. I was so scared. And I literally had the YouTube video on pause, and I'm like, you're not telling me to watch the video. Just watch it. Turn the car off, watch the video. And like, that's the key example. Like, bro, it like a little bit of research and trying to figure it out will do you so much more justice than just thinking and going. Like,
Jalil, did you like her references?
Yeah, I did the same thing. When I was on YouTube, my phone died. My I had one of my brothers in the car with me in the truck. Excuse me. He put up a YouTube video. I'm watching that. He said, "Do not clamp these together after you hook it onto the battery." So I hooked it onto my battery, and right when he said, "Don't," I'm looking at the video. Oh man!
oh my god!
And then I just put them on the truck, and I'm like, "All right, good."
So we know you can't build the house.
No, she got home safe. We got home safe. Everybody made it out.
Not to, and you just like.
Because I wasn't paying attention. I was in that video when they just came together and sparked a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. I know what not to do now.
I know what not to.
Yeah, I'm freaking.
But that's amazing advice. It's just, for me, when it comes to somebody irritate me, I'm not going to ask the teacher. I'm not going to research. I just got to walk away from the situation.
You go in the car, bro.
Trust. Yes, I got to walk away and just,
So,
I'm going to come back.
These are some signs we have poor boundaries. So, overcommitting or people pleasing, meaning
Off rip, I got poor boundaries.
like meaning like, can you do this? And you get that feeling, but you still say fine. That's people pleasing me. You are overcommitting to that person.
Say it again.
Overcommitting to that person. Uncommit.
Give me flashback.
That's no boy. That's no boy.
Was that shade?
Whoa. Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
I think Kendra just smelled the pizza through the door. I swear the whole floor just shook.
I guys.
And you gonna tap the box.
Hey, she got
I
me.
smell that pizza and it's like, ooh, that good crisp.
I can't wait for the game. Like, can y'all painting games, all that?
I'm destroying everybody. The last time we played Ludo, she cheated. That's all I got.
I need to hear some from the audience. How y'all feel?
Yo, we have a live session.
Yeah!
That's Andrew.
Yeah. How y'all feeling today back there?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah!
Oh, they're excited. So, being unable to express personal needs or opinions. So, at the time where my trainer was training me wrong, I should have said, like, not gonna lie, like, the boss told me to do it this way. So, I just want to do it this way so that when she sees, she don't, like, question me and ask me, what am I doing? I'm doing it as told. So, y'all might think, like, these little tips are miniature, simple, and dumb, but, like, if you really think about it, it goes a long way. I've been in a situation or experience where, dang, I'm like, I need to tighten up on my boundaries. I need to tighten up. And I'll be thinking at times, like, I'm too, like, nice to people, you know what I mean? But you just have to figure out who aligns with you and what don't align with you. Because you may go that extra mile for this person, but you ain't ready to take 2 steps for this person.
Guys, if this wasn't Naya, she just popped my bubble and invaded my boundaries. Like, that's kind of crazy. How you gonna be talking about it?
Alright, bro.
So, Kendra, where's my juice?
Anyway,
Even though I begged my little sister to give me this, ask me for my juice.
I wish I had a Pepsi right now, but I'm not allowed.
Wow.
Ask me for my juice, bro.
Can I have the juice?
Bro, this was the last one. I really, really wanted it. Like,
But I'm thirsty.
but this was really the last one. I
But
wanted
shit,
it.
you like, we can share.
You want to share? Fine, I guess.
I'm
we
gonna get
can
2
share.
cups.
Like, I just low-key then I just low-key, like, guilt-trip myself into giving her my stuff. Bro, that was the last one. Why are you sharing? She can go get some water or something. That's the last one. Like, you good? Keep your drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Super respectful.
being able to say no. You know what I mean? You don't gotta say no. You can just say no, kid. I want my drink. Not gonna lie. Like, this is the last one, bro. Like, I'm sorry. It's the last drink, baby.
I didn't think she was gonna get that back though. I didn't think she was gonna get that back.
Sadly, it's juice and I don't drink it.
Oh,
Okay, so
if those Pepsi sticks.
Pepsi clear.
our last
Pepsi is a crisp
week
flavor
boundary.
you can drink.
Our last week boundary. sharing personal information too quickly or with the wrong people. Oh my God. Guess what?
Oversharing.
No, she didn't.
Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? I told you. No, what are you? I already telling my business.
Is that not what you wanted?
No, I told you to keep it between us. Why are you telling me? This is what happens when you share personal information to the wrong person or too quickly. I don't even know him, and he just told you about business in 2.5 seconds.
Oh, dang.
It went left, right? So now I know I can't trust you live. But why wasn't I?
This is exactly what I'm saying.
We
We can trust you live. Can we?
Wow.
So y'all, out of all these examples I named, have y'all felt like if they're like when I said this was the time like not gonna lie, like you know what I mean, you wish you had the strength to be able to say no, or you had the strength to like stick up for what you wanted and thought was better, or you know what I mean?
Saying no. Saying God.
Yeah.
So no means no. Stop means stop. And if y'all get Naya started, she about to go on. I'm saying again, not gonna lie, not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. I smell that pizza.
I'm hungry.
I can't wait to play these games. So,
We also have for y'all with thriving in the workplace.
Can we actually watch? I have this one quick video really quickly that I thought would be very important to share. And do y'all remember back during COVID where it was like we were stuck at home on a computer and we might have been, or some of us might have been in school, not just work, dozing off, falling asleep, or like, you know what I mean? We all lay in the bed, the covers tucked over y'all, you know what I mean? Like tucked on the side, pillow on this side, device on this side, you know what I mean? Like,
my camera broke. I'm on the game.
Like it get that way, bro.
I was
So
in class like this.
if someone taught us how to, okay, let me get up, let me go outside and look and listen to the birds chirp real quick, so that I can at least feel like I'm doing something, I've made some progress, and I'm not just sitting in a bed right? Right.
Such a great podcast. We need more positive content to expose our children.
Oh, period. Thank
Thank you.
So let's watch this quick little video.
Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back, and thanks for taking a breather with us. We know we could all use one. Burnout. It's finally getting recognition as an actual thing. It's not just a buzzword. It's not something made up. It's real, and it's more common than you may think, affecting people worldwide regardless of age or gender. Burnout. You might think of a candle's blackened, shriveled, worn-out wick. If you feel how that wick looks, you can likely relate to burnout. These here are some ways to hopefully keep that candle wick conditioned, helping to avoid burnout. The best way to deal with it is to not get to that point in the first place. So, number 1, figure out what is stressing you. We're going to use the word avoid, and just clarifying, avoiding a stressor is not the same as avoiding responsibilities. A responsibility needs to be done, but you don't have to go about doing it in a stressful manner. See what we mean? The best way to reconfigure this stressful process is whittle down and figure out what it is that's causing the stress. Here's a simple example. It's easy to say, this assignment is my stress. Getting it done is stressing me out. But when you step back, you realize the situation is more, I'm stressed because I feel tight on time, and I'm tight on time because I repeatedly chose other activities until there were only 24 hours left to get this done. So yes, you may require some time to practice self-awareness. As much as we never like to admit it, we sometimes build a whole lot of unnecessary stress for ourselves. So please don't do this to yourself. Number 2, complete the cycle. I know, this sounds like we're suggesting you allow yourself to get more stressed, but we're not. Trust me, we're not. Burnout occurs because of prolonged, unending stress. It's essentially constantly treading water in the worst spot and never swimming to shore for rest. This is what we mean by complete the cycle. The book Burnout by PhD and DMA Nagoski twins describes the cycle generally as: enter the stressor, like tight turnaround times. Then, cortisol and adrenaline production are triggered from the stressor. This activates the survival response of fight, flight, or freeze. Impulsive reactive behavior happens to stop the feeling of which can be binging, eating, or streaming. We're not judging. And then completion is taking the step of meditative breathing, connecting with others, or other forms of emotional release. Burnout happens when you get stuck at the binging step. That impulsive action provides temporary, superficial relief. Just enough to fool many of us into thinking, oh, we're all good now. Truthfully, the stress is still there under now, allowing it to continue frying and smoldering within. Number 3, sleep. If you had nap time in kindergarten, don't you wish that was still a normal part of your day? Sleep. Sleep is wonderful. Sleep is also important. A solid, healthy stretch of nighttime sleep is essential to overcoming or avoiding burnout. Humans are generally not nocturnal by nature. We know this, yet we seem to be all too willing to sacrifice sleep as the first bartering chip when dealing with stress. We tend to think of sleep as a reservoir easily refilled with catching up on the weekend or sleeping in on vacation. Unfortunately,
So I'm not gonna lie, I saw something that reminded me of the previous session. Cortisol and adrenaline. Stressors. When you talked about how stressors affect your cortisol and restricts it, and it's bad for your health. Like it triggers things in your body to shut down, and furthermore. So to prevent your cortisol from shrinking and to prevent burnout, you must sleep. You must. What's your thing? What's your thing?
Exercise.
Eat, exercise.
Exercise.
No, enjoy, relax, hang out with your people. No exercise needed. Hang out with your people. Go learn something new. No exercise.
Exercise.
No.
A
Cardio.
couple jumping jacks don't hurt.
Yeah.
Yes, I wish I still
Push
had
ups,
a
take up a
designated
seat.
nap time
Take up a
in my
seat.
day. I missed kindergarten because of that.
You missing that time from your family? Lay down. Go sleep. Lay down.
Nap time, snap time.
It's all the same.
Yeah, but a big part of burnout that you should also consider is your emotions as well. Because your emotions will definitely burn you up. So because if you get ready in the morning, it'll make you feel good. You eat good breakfast, it'll make you feel good. So definitely incorporate that in the beginning of your day.
Yeah, I got a little bit of burnout today, guys. Listen, I was walking to the bus stop, and some people were not so kind and got honked at several times. So I didn't want to be here at first. I was kind of irritated and
They were
kind of
saying
wanted to crash out.
You know, being the cool, fun coworker I am, I brought her back into the movie.
No, not even that.
the sleep just does not work that way. You can't retcon the past sleep you lost by sleeping more in the future. So get a good sleep in the now. What is good sleep anyway? It's not that time you zoned out while reading, then woke up with a start when your forehead hit the desk. It is completing a full sleep cycle, including REM sleep. The result is you wake feeling refreshed and renewed. If you wake up still groggy or wanting to throw down in anger, you did not have a good night's sleep. To help you reach this fabled good sleep, employ sleep hygiene and prep. Hygiene is basically a condition conducive to maintaining health. So sleep hygiene is good sleep practices, like no screens 30 minutes before bed and the room being dark, cool, and silent. Prep is what happens before the hygiene, setting yourself up physically and mentally. So no numbing shortly before bed and perhaps a short
Weights. He's lifting weights.
So basically, employ better
I got down there
sleep
eating a good breakfast too.
and bed prep habits to avoid burnout and stress. Well, also, I feel like breathers are great. You know what I mean? Like a quick.
Oh, don't do another one because last time we fell asleep.
We did. We did. Like we almost did fall asleep. I think the whole room was actually fell asleep.
Yeah.
But Kendra got some official business she was talking to you about.
Y'all know I gotta get y'all right with this. Hold up, wait, Jay, can you do what he's doing real quick? Just real quick. Lower a little bit. Lower a little bit.
Oh, you want me to talk?
Like what?
I don't like that he noticed that, but like you're not allowed to stay on set. That's a rule. I just made it. So I want to tell y'all some working rights because honestly, when I was working at my first job, I definitely didn't know a lot of stuff that I'm not supposed to do. I didn't know until some of my coworkers, like one, my work mom or my work dad, which I love them and I'm sad I don't work with them no more. And also my work cousins, because I had work family while I was there. Amazing. I still have work family in my new job. No. I I can't forget them because
You
they get
just talk
jealous.
about other people around you.
See, they get jealous. Good thing the other one's not here. But yeah, my work family. Anyway, but I didn't know a lot of stuff. Like we weren't supposed to lift heavy machinery. I was still underage at the time.
That's why you need to work out.
No.
I don't think they had you pretty self-lifted too much heaviness.
Actually, they did.
Oh,
But,
no. They got locked in, Ken. They got locked in.
listen, we had to move stuff because it's a coffee house. So you had to move different milks. You had to keep carrying stuff. You had to restock everything. And these milks are not like light. I would carry 3 milks on each arm. Don't ask me why.
You got this then. We can go today.
You don't gotta take too many trips. Just
No,
one trip.
no. I don't know what they're talking about. They're delusional. That was old me.
So good.
I can still do it. It's not my fault. The girls in my family are just stronger than the guys. Okay?
Oh wow.
Okay.
We not good.
Anyway, I went to the
right now.
I was taking the working rights because I was supposed to operate that like weight elevator. I think that's what it's called. Because to take down the trash or pick up those milks when I did, because that counted as heavy machinery. I also wasn't supposed to work as many hours. You're only supposed to work 13 hours and a school week. And you need to make sure that you do that because if you don't, you get burned out like the video said. And we're going to show you some of the rights.
Yeah, I broke that rule.
With younger workers have rights, we want you to know about your labor production because it's very important. Not everybody knows. We're not going to get too much into it. We just want y'all to know that this is some places you look. You can make sure, because us as youth, we need to be informed,
Also,
especially getting new jobs.
this we could the site. We can make sure to have the link up there so that you guys can do it. Where to go to this, but look into the policies of where you're going to work at. Meaning, before you sign or before you place that I want to have an interview here, you send your application. You look through what is required and what it is they're looking for. You know what I mean? What is what is it called? It's not a sentence, but it's like with that job you get it. Like they give you insurance and dental and like
Benefits.
What the benefits are for the job.
Yes, the benefits. Make sure to look at all of that and what if you can, how many days you can take off, your vacation time, all of that, so that when it is time and they say, oh no, you only get 10 vacation days, you could go back in that policy or in your notes and say, it says I get 10 vacation days. So in the policy, this is what I'm looking for, you know, so that you as a worker can know what you're talking about and no one can just tell you anything.
Yeah, because you definitely do get put out that shift. You take too many vacation days.
All right. Next, money. Y'all remember Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob? And how he used to like walk around? Yeah.
Money.
That's what I turned into when I became a teenager, like 16, 17. I tried to work 2 jobs while going to 2 schools, like, you know what I mean? But I was just working like I'm not going to just say anywhere, but like I applied at like a pizza shop job and I was working there with my boyfriend. And I feel like I should have went somewhere else. I could have put my time into something else. I could have, you know what I mean? Like, it was cool there, but it was like I just did it just to do it to make some money. You know what I mean? Like, there was no purpose there. And I feel like when you're moving day to day, it should be a purpose for everything. You should be moving purposeful so that it really aligns with you. Like, y'all probably like, why do you got to look so deeply into these things? But it's like, if you don't, you might mess yourself over. And the fault is on us. You know what I mean? Because we did it. We decided to do this and not look into it and not do the research for it. So, like, reflecting, I've learned no question is a dumb question. Like, ask that question, look it up, and make sure you're coming right about you.
What did you say? What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm trying to prove a point.
So, income, because Kendra, no. Kendra always try to fake clock me. I'm scared. I don't know what she's going to say. So, y'all, income, you know what income is? No. You know what income is? No. You know what income is? No. So income is the money a person or business receives, typically in exchange for providing a good service or through investment. So it's basically the cash flow you have coming in.
$2.
Like, I got this drink for myself, though.
I have something you want. You have something I want. Pay me for my
Don't you thirsty? Aren't you thirsty?
But who DNA is on that?
It don't matter anything.
So technically, the ownership property goes to
Whose hand is it in?
Who's handling?
like what? That's not how business deals.
Isn't it called finders keepers?
I'm suing you.
Legally, no.
Here's the stuff, squatters. Like, you know the squatters that take over your house and it's like, if you're not there, they can keep that house.
Your name's not on it.
Like, your name's not on it, but I bought the furniture. My kids' clothes are in this room. Like, whoa, what's going on here? So,
I mean, whose hand is it in?
bro, I'm dehydrated, please. I'm at the
$2.
please.
$2? Anybody got $2?
I need my juice. Please. Oh, see, I got my juice. She thought I was dying. All right. So all these ways all these things right here listed are different forms in ways that you can earn money. And I'm familiar with all of these, but two. What about y'all?
I'm familiar with all of these, but the royalty and the last one.
The dividend?
Yeah, I'm familiar with all of them except for the last two.
The last capital gains?
Capital
and then
gains.
capital gains, is that from your business?
Yes, like the annual after.
Okay. I know a little something.
Uh,
I thought I didn't know it though.
After overhead, after expenses, your total.
Like your income from that you earn from your business
Yes.
after you pay what's in it.
Yes.
Okay, after you pay business expenses.
Yes.
Okay,
that should
period.
be.
So what is royalty and dividend?
As far as royalties goes, like I already said, I am a self-published author. We use Amazon. So when it comes to that, Amazon gives me royalties for each book sold. Like, I believe it's maybe $5 per book, which is bull. So because of that,
We know your work. You deserve better.
Yeah.
Thank you. So royalties pretty much over time, people purchasing your products, you get a monthly check of how much they're cutting you of your property, since they are marketing out to a broader network.
Right.
And going to say it again.
What if I want it all?
Can't get it all. That's you. They supplying you the audience. You supplying the product. They just pushing it out more.
And took over our walking your track, take over your track.
Pretty much sound like that. So, but as far as dividends goes, it's pretty much loyalty. Like you know about your credit.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that. You keep your money in the bank. They see that, okay, you sticking with us. We're gonna give you a quarterly. Maybe you put $50 in. We give you $250 each quarter just to show that we support your services and your loyalty. Stay with us because you make us look good. That's the difference over time.
Oh, and you were talking about your book when you were explaining this. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Oh yes. So how pain brought me happiness is a way that I like to say, turning my pain into passions. I believe that lessons I have endured, the obstacles, roadblocks, can be someone else's guidelines, so they don't gotta suffer the same thing I did.
What are some lessons?
Ooh. Accepting your gift and your curse. I've been diagnosed with ADHD since I was younger, as far as 8. And then wow, cool. Moving on.
Wait, one question. What age were you like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do. Like,
since I was like 13. I always been one to entertain my parents, so I stuck to that goal no matter what. But good question. But move back to the story. Since I had ADHD,
Did you do that goal yet?
which not yet. But
Not yet?
I'm on my way.
Hurry.
I'm
Hurry.
on my way. Real close, actually. But doctors said it was some type of disease, illness. But really, I just didn't know how to use ADHD to my benefit until I found entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship allowed me to use ADHD to structure my time accordingly, my workflow, my services, and it pushed me out to landscaping. Because ADHD, I was knocking on doors. Hey, you want your grass cut? Salesmanship. I wouldn't did that if I didn't have the confidence ADHD gave me. I just had to learn how to use it as my gift, not my curse.
Exactly. Period. That's
So
good.
is it hard for you, like, sit down with us right
Yes,
now?
very.
Do a
I
flip.
keep moving around.
Get up, do a flip.
I'm not going
Okay. I was trying to do a flip so bad.
But you thought about it. But you thought about
I
it.
did.
Okay, so how do you use anxiety effectively? Okay, I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of anxiety, and if it was not for my mom, I probably would let my anxiety like eat me low key. But like, I won't say how do you use anxiety. I won't say we could use our anxiety, but we could let it train us. Meaning, okay, I get nervous, and my anxiety makes my fingers, my hands like sweaty. Not gonna lie, like that's how I know like it gets that bad. Like on a plane with my best friend, I just went to Puerto Rico. I had to hold her hand. She like, girl, your hands wet. I'm like, yeah, it gets that bad, you know. But looking at me, you won't be able to tell.
You went to Puerto Rico? How was that?
Hold on. So the way I look at it is like, okay, what are my options in the perspective? I feel like anxiety slows me down. You know what I mean? If I wasn't nervous, I wouldn't prepare myself what to say. You know what I mean? Now that like I'm a little anxious, I'm like, okay, hold on. What am I nervous for? Like, what am I about to lose if I do this? Okay, but I don't even know what I'm about to say. Okay, so hi, my name is Sanaya. Now I'm practicing, I'm prepping myself because I had to slow down real quick before I just throw myself out there. You know what I mean? To whoever I'm trying to get recognized by, you know? So I feel like that's a good way to kind of help it train me, meaning it helps slow you down and depending on the perspective you look at it from by like talking to yourself. Why am I getting anxious? Why am I nervous? In a scenario, I was going to go talk to someone. I got nervous because I wasn't prepared. Now I slow myself down and I prepared what it is I'm going to say. So now I got a little bit more confidence. I feel a little bit more bolder and stronger because I know what I'm really saying. I know this is me. You know what I mean? I'm speaking fluently.
It's your built-in.
How do y'all feel?
It's your built-in.
I feel like when it comes to anxiety, because I have major anxiety. My anxiety takes me all around. So like, especially when you have anxiety when it comes to speaking or maybe going in front of a crowd or even just anything having to do with any kind of communication, you just gotta like what we were saying before, really gas yourself up. You gotta gas yourself up. Like you like if you're scared of talking, just be like, man, I got this, you know, just go in there. Just do your thing. Just be yourself. That's the biggest thing with it. Just be yourself.
It allows you to be more innovative. Oh, my bad. I didn't. Yeah. No, that's it.
For me, I'll say, okay, I had real bad anxiety yesterday, and I blamed the person I was with. So I have never drove. I've only moved the car forward and back, and only for a little bit. I went out yesterday. I was like telling them I signed up for driving school finally. I actually am doing it soon. Period. So excited. And they were like, okay, you want to drive right now because we found an empty parking lot. When I tell you,
they said stand no business.
They did.
Drive on business.
Because why did they get out the car, start directing me, and then I told them to be quiet. They listened after I told them to be quiet, and I'm actually driving the truck, and I'm like, I had to think about, okay, I'm with this person. They're trusting me, being calm. Like I had to think about the person because it was too much for me at first.
You thought about like, okay, so this is not my car. You know what I mean? This is their car, and they offered, and I'm like, okay. So I gotta calm down and put some trust in myself because they put trust in me, right? So anxiety again helps slow us down. And like Jalil pointed out, he got ADHD and how depending on that perspective he looked at it from, he was able to grab it on and use it as his advantage.
And I thank them for their patience. And I especially thank because I gotta redeem myself since I said my brothers are not really my blood brothers and they did not like that. They are my blood brothers. They are the closest people to me. No matter what, they show up and show out for me. Even if it's just walking through the store and getting my Pepsi, even though somebody says no.
So, Jalil, what do you feel are key items and necessities for resolution?
Okay.
As a CEO, right? You be hiring people, right? You be like,
got my 30 picks.
Gotcha. Right. So like, you can give us your perspective after, but like, what do you think would be needed?
Well, I've been in both positions. I've been the hirer and also been hiree.
Right.
And first, you always gotta make sure you look the part. Perception is reality. Coming in wearing a nice jacket, button-up shirt, something, make you look the part, look like you are already in this position. But when it comes to paperwork documentations, first gotta have your resume. They gotta know who you are before you can come in. Second, prepare questions to ask the interviewer. At the end of the day, yes, they are interviewing you, but at the end of the day, excuse me. At this point, you two are finding the best pick for one another. Is this job your fit? Do you even want to work here? Do you just want that conversation? You want Mr. Krantz? What she said, I don't like the way I said that, but and then you also need a list of previous workers, list of previous work or list of previous volunteer work, stuff that you have done to show your work ethic, your track record. That's how you move forward when it comes to going to an interview and prepping yourself for what you're going to say, how you're going to respond, and how you're going to present to another person.
Do you think our outfits will pass for interview?
Yeah.
Hey, I was like, so you said those key things, but like before a person puts their whole life in, creates a book as a resume, what do you feel besides previous experience should they tell about themselves on a resume?
Don't lie, but don't tell too much, especially in that.
So tweak it.
Yes.
And don't crash out.
Okay.
That works too. But
what do we think is the most important thing you ever do?
Oh, me first. Well, I love this question. I think the most important thing that I'll ever do is, this might sound corny a little bit, but mainly be a light, because that's all anybody's gonna remember. They're not gonna remember like all the bad memories or some great stuff you do. They're mainly gonna remember if you were a light to someone, if you were calming, and like some people really do need just someone to be there.
Right. I think one of the most important things I'll ever do is move with intention. Again, like I said, moving purposeful. Like, what is the point? Like, I feel like if you have like morals and beliefs you believe in, those are the things that'll hold you accountable from doing things that don't align with you. So if you're moving purposeful and with intention, you're doing what's right for yourself and you're doing what's right for the other person you need. Okay, I don't want to hurt you, so how can I say this? You know what I mean? Okay, I don't want to come off this way, so how do I do this and still show you this? You know what I mean? So you may not always be perfect, but that thought of carrying on, this is my goal and this is the outcome I'm looking for, I feel like it's important.
Hey, y'all go, boys.
And I think that
Boys.
I think ultimately the most important thing I think is really expressing your passion, and that also ties along into like when it comes to choosing something that you really want to do. Like, my passion is helping people, so I try to let that be expressed, especially when it comes to the resume or it comes to interviews. I definitely always make sure I express how happy I am to do it, and when they see that, they'll be like, okay, yeah, this is the guy. He's passionate about it. He's emotional about it. This is the kind of energy he needs.
Okay. All right. So, documents needed for employment.
wait, I want to answer
Right.
that question.
Hold up.
I want to answer that one.
I guess we was just loading.
Ultimately, for me, it's creating a generation of hard hitters. My main goal is to actually live directly or indirectly through my kids. Of course, I don't want them to have to live up to my legacy.
Kids,
Well,
what you like 26?
Wow, that's moving on. Installing in them
Like
not
yourself?
to give up. Stoic. The adoption works too. But at the end of the day, teaching them the skills they need to succeed. My main goal is that my legacy means more than the money he made and the impact he had.
Period. All right, so what do y'all feel like? Well, we already talked about that, but we already pointed out resumes,
reference
But
lists.
we also need to do like the documents that we need, right?
That's the resume, that's the front page, that's the letter.
The job description, cover letter.
Yeah, so we said look into
Oh,
the
and
job.
don't put what year y'all graduated. That is bad. We
They
found
didn't
that
ask
out.
for that. They didn't.
No.
No, you're right. They didn't ask for that. They asked for
Okay.
your job experience.
Huh? Best year to graduate ever.
COVID-19.
Yeah, 2024. Class 2024 is a class you will always adore.
What? You always remember it. Yeah. Always remember it. Okay. So, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, and on to the next. These stats and statistics, because y'all know we always come with the proof, we always come with the knowledge and facts. So, did y'all know that 2025, the college dropout rate right now is 33%? And college is not for everybody. You know what I mean? At least they try to go on and pursue a career. You know what I mean? They made some type of effort. So, you know what I mean? Like, get what you get. The first year dropout of high school students is 19%. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was to be that freshman and you go back to COVID, I might be in this percentage. I almost was in this percentage.
Same.
Because COVID year was not for me, and it started my 8th grade summer into my freshman, and then it released like my 10th grade.
Did
So
you
like,
even have an 8th grade graduation?
yeah, my mom threw me one.
Okay.
My mom threw me
Yeah.
one, but I couldn't walk, you know what I mean? I was so fake crying and sad. And then, oh crap. What's this?
Not gonna lie, COVID was cool.
How old were you during COVID?
Wow. Okay. Let's go.
Sorry.
COVID was,
I'm
play
sorry.
the game.
You know
chill.
what? You asked him, how old were you?
This is disrespectful.
During COVID?
Yeah.
This is-
I was
you don't have to answer that
15.
question.
15 during COVID? Okay. So, high school men that drop out is 20%. And I feel like for men, that's not bad. Not the stereotype, but for men, that's not bad.
Wait, with our
Because
men
girls rule the world, you know.
clock it. But with our men here, did y'all finish high school?
I did.
You got your diploma? You said barely, but you still got it. So
You
the
still got
barely
it.
don't matter. The got it is what matters. The end result.
It don't matter how, like, the journey to get there.
Your intentions was not to
End
barely
result.
make it. Your intentions was to finish it, and you finished it. What?
Oh, man, that's... Did it for my mother, didn't do it for me.
Your intentions was good for your mom, and you still did it. So I'm confused. Your intentions, you did it. Your goal, you did it.
Oh yeah, about that.
Before you get to the resume process, how would you go about picking a field that suits you?
What do you like to do?
It's that simple. What
Look
do you like to
up
do?
what career fields or what school or what jobs have this.
What are you best at? I
Oh,
am best
best
at
at-
technology, so I am a tech field.
Then again, I mean, you could be good at something, but that don't mean you like doing it.
Sure. Yeah, I cut grass and I don't like it. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, I chose to be a florist only because I wanted to be able to add more service such as garden beds, such as roses, to add more income that I can be myself. Once I realized I wasn't going that path, I turned my 2 weeks old and said, not that.
You
Can you
said
name 6 flowers?
Carnation, rose, hydrangea, lily, tulip,
sunflower.
sunflower.
Don't help him.
That counts. You got it.
Yeah.
So the percentage of people that decided I'm just gonna get my GED instead, which is okay because you didn't just say I'm out of here, you're not getting me, I'm not knocking on my mama door to come get me either. I'm just leaving. That's it. Y'all said I'm gonna just go get my GED because I feel like this process fits me better. Boom. So on to the next. And who's breaking the cycle with me? You breaking the cycle? You breaking the cycle?
Let's do it.
I already broke the cycle.
Bring it. Breaking the cycle.
Who gonna break this cycle?
All right, breaking the cycle.
Oh, hold on. Isn't that a whole 1/5 though? Do you happen to know of any reasons as to why 20% of men drop out?
Of college?
No, it's of high school days.
Oh,
So I'm a girl, so I'm not going to speak as if I'm, you know what I mean, a boy. But from what I have noticed, I feel like boys just don't get enough attention as they should. So like females, there be that you can go, you can try, do it, try hard. But with boys, I feel like they don't get that same support, and it's just whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and I feel like if, you know, of course we're supposed to be our biggest fan, we're supposed to be our biggest motivator. But if you don't have that reassurance or that reminder, I feel like from a female perspective, you know what I mean, who would be able to do it? You know what I mean?
man, I've been in both positions. She's not wrong. It's
Oh my God! I'm not.
for one, it's been in
I hit that old point.
But no, you did pretty good. For one, is that yes, we don't ask for another. We don't ask for support.
So
we
mouth
don't
don't get fed, they said, right?
Exactly. So of course, not as a lot offered. And on the second note, we see more opportunities out for us to do it ourselves, hustle and grind. At the end of the day, as long as we can do it, we can fail family. That's how we see it. Especially when we're not getting support we need here, we're gonna go over there.
Yeah, and I see one of the points is mental toughness. Now, with the mental toughness, don't think that's just like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna show any emotion when this may come up or this come up. Mental toughness is how you deal with it. So, like, you know, if you're in the workplace or you're in school, if someone's bothering you, it's okay. It's okay to not like it. It's okay to feel mad about it, feel sad about it, but it's about how you move after it happens.
One of those bridges says advocacy and voice. Voice your opinion. Stick up for yourself.
You voice how you feel.
What do you mean by breaking the cycle?
Well,
Cycles.
Cycles of stigmas. The cycles of stigmas put on men. The cycles of stigmas put on women. The cycles
You
of
gotta take your parents' trauma and actually
generational trauma. The cycles of generational trauma. The cycle
Generational
of
trauma.
not understanding generational wealth and the importance of family and knowledge. What do y'all think we're breaking? What else? Did I miss?
basically you gotta make sure that you advocate and raise your voice, like when they decide to scream.
And be resilient.
Yeah.
Be resilient. Be resilient. If that one person told you no, how many people in the world it is? Like 8 something billion. It's that other 0.1 billion people that's going to tell you yes.
Do you feel, depending on your age and your family, for example, if you're the youngest sibling, it could be harder to break cycle?
Both.
No.
I don't think so. Being the youngest, nah. I feel like if you have older siblings that see that cycle and that curse, they're gonna put the responsibility on themselves to help you, so that you don't go through the same,
So they'll be the last one.
same generational trauma. You know, the youngest I feel like always gets saved. I don't want to say, oh, okay, let me not speak. I'm not the youngest. But in my perspective, I feel like the young ones they should be saved.
Yeah.
Wait, is anybody
You're-
youngest?
Nah, I feel like when it comes to
You're the
like,
youngest.
I was for a while. Now I'm not. It was.
I'm the oldest, so
It don't count if you were the only child. Like, what are you saying?
No, man.
Like what? Like what? You don't have no siblings. Like what?
I have a brother.
A baby.
I have 2 brothers.
But before that, you was the oldest and you were the only sibling.
No. What my brother now is 3, more like my son. My other brother is over the age of 20.
So y'all all old.
Go ahead, Jack.
I feel like when it comes to like the whole sibling thing, like I was the oldest, so obviously I was pushed the hardest. I feel like if you are the oldest child, don't look at your parents like, oh, they're being harder on me than they are on him. They want you to be a reflection of what they were. Like my father was always hard on me, so I feel like
I think the hard part about generational cycles is that more often than not, people don't realize what cycles they
how would you go?
Cycles they purchase.
Issues you had. Okay. Look at your bloodline. Look, like I know. Look around you. First of all, look. I know for me, like I'm not poor and poverty. But at the end of the day, I'm not where I want to be either. My main goal is support my family, so I don't got to worry about no financial struggles no financial hardships, I can just do it for them, and they can leave me alone, and I can go to sleep. That's my goal. And going back to I also want to just finish up that message beforehand. It don't matter the age you are, it matters your determination and who you tell about what you planning to do. I didn't tell anybody I was writing a book, only because the more you mention what you're going to do, the more unlikely you are to actually do it. I procrastinated 2 years straight to write my book. And at the end of the day, now I have it. And I didn't tell a single soul. Everybody that I published my book, it was like, oh, you got a book, cuz? I still got family members right now saying, you got a book? Yo, I'm like, yeah, dude.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
I didn't tell nobody.
I feel like the way to point it out is, again, going back to prioritizing yourself. Like, they say because it's family, it's a must and it's a have to. What if I don't agree with that way? What if that way don't make sense to me and it don't align to me? You know what I mean? It could be an issue, you know what I mean, that family generational issue. And your family may be so, complacent with it, thinking it's okay, thinking it's normal. But to you, this is like, what is this? And I'm okay with this. I don't want to do this. I feel like realizing and reflecting, okay, I don't agree with this, you don't align with me, and then knowing how to speak up and defend yourself from it. You know, I understand because it's family. It's like, how do I get away from it? But it's also like, you don't have to be around it. You know, you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to engage in it. You could, once you move it instead of speaking it, you can't always just say, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like it, but you're still around it, you're still listening, and you still basically partaking in it. You have to walk the walk and show, like, I don't agree with that, I don't think that's right. Yeah.
You have to, I feel like the best way, the back
Where did you get glasses?
He had his own mouth.
I feel like,
don't let him distract
you
you.
might call me in there. But I feel like when it comes to that, especially being like at a young age, you definitely feel like, oh man, like, it's my family. They got way higher authority over me. There's no way I can get away from it. There's always, like, if you have someone maybe like at your school or maybe someone in the neighborhood that you can go to, try to go to them, talk to them about it, and don't like try to wish too much, but definitely speak up. Don't let it like build up. Don't let it like haunt you. Just try your best to get out of the situation.
Yeah, with that, I make sure to go to my siblings every time, and like even with my siblings and my cousins, because sometimes I grew up like really we're actually siblings, and they know it because I literally call their mom's mom sometimes too. You gotta make sure to stand on strong and just treat them different. But we also have some resources. So
I don't want to cut you off, but that was before we move slides. That was another question.
Okay, wait. Let's do that question after. You can pull it back up.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But we have some resources for y'all also. So, because we were talking about jobs, we want to make sure that y'all get to learn some jobs that actually are beneficial for y'all. Like A, for AmeriCorps.
Like that Y, yes. For youth works. I'm doing youth works in the summer and I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. Youth works, I feel like I like how they did that. They provide opportunities all around the city. You know what I mean? Like I like how it's in the schools, or it's in the outside in the fields. You know what I mean? Or it might be in the actual job. Like I'm not gonna speak because I don't know all the jobs they provide, but I know you really got options with them.
They got tech fields, they got nursing, they got all types of stuff. Oh yes.
They're going to have Dream Big Inferno too as a youth work site.
And they'll have Sticker as a youth work
There we
site.
go.
Period.
And we'll also be teaching people how to make podcasts while doing something.
Getting people mental health first aid certified. Period.
My biggest suggestion is Yo Baltimore. Yo Baltimore is just like Job Corps, but it's a lot more freedom. They have a lot of opportunities for like youth that's coming out of high school. So definitely check them out.
Okay. We also
I love sick.
Oh.
Cash campaign, okay. Cash campaign, okay. We got cash campaign.
we love that you came on here because, like we said last time, Jaleel is a character. And we also have G for grades, 2 careers. And for Maryland Service Year Job Corps, it's about to be finished in June.
We're almost done.
But it comes back around in September again. Y'all
So
already
make
know.
sure to apply for 18, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
18 and older.
18 and over, period.
And
You get a $6,000 stipend at the end of it. They going research what that is.
Anyway, Y for YH20 career mentoring program. These are a lot of great stuff that you can actually go and explore for different career paths and all that.
What's going on?
Oh, we got bits coming up. We got bits coming up. We got bits coming up. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait for that mental health kickback. That's gonna be fun.
Is it gonna be food?
Yeah, I can't also wait for that. What is it? It's in June. It's on there. I can't.
No, the mental health kickback is definitely May 15th.
No, I know that.
Oh, you mean the Youth and Family Wellness Summit?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
June 25th.
Yes. Y'all, make sure y'all come to that. It's gonna be so much fun. And I think MTV is gonna be there. Yep, they'll be with the cameras and they'll be just recording all
You
of
said
that.
TV?
MTV.
Oh, there will be food.
Oh,
Woo!
man. We also have the 2025 Baltimore Nonprofit Summit coming up.
At Towson University.
Period.
See us there. Because they definitely will have breakfast.
Really?
and all that.
How was that? Jaleel said he spoke there once, y'all.
So there's a lot of people.
I was a kid.
Y'all, look at what Kendra did with the cars. I'm so
Y'all like it? Y'all like it?
Hey, what's
So how y'all think
Ain't
today
I'm
the
lifting that weight though. That ain't nothing.
That weight's
and the
sick.
suit is crazy. How y'all think today's event went? 1 through 10, don't be afraid. Drop it right now. 1 through 10. That's
10.
it.
But
I
instead
had
of me
fun.
going to the bus, can I take your
Girl, where do you think I'm going? I'm coming to pick you up.
Okay.
They just gonna drive straight past me lifting weights on the highway.
Yeah,
We might just go through you.
Through me. I believe. But
Okay, we got a 10.
Jake gets there.
Okay, we got a 1,000 out of 10.
Okay.
Can we get a billion?
how
How
y'all
y'all think
feel?
we
We
did?
in
Back there in the
here.
audience, our live people.
Yeah.
1 through
1 through
10.
10. 1 through 10.
10.
There we go.
10.
If y'all do a high number, Jake will do a backflip right now.
Thank y'all.
50.
1,000.
You guys do 5 backflips.
I wish I could do
It
it.
was so great seeing all of y'all, and it was so great seeing our live session. People come, and I can't wait to play some games with them. I'm ready to beat them all, not gonna lie.
Right,
I'm
can't
saying no business. I'm saying no business.
She's
in
not
the
gonna cheat
comments.
Uno this time. She's not gonna cheat Uno this time. It's gonna be a
I
free
can't
one.
leave him out. That was a good question.
Go ahead.
I know we done and everything, but the question that popped up was, does it take a special person to somewhat see the? Yes, there we go. Would you say it takes a special kind of person to look at your own situation and realize something's wrong to begin with?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No to the no. No to the yes. No, it's
I'm
not
gonna
a special
say
person. No.
I feel like one. I'm gonna talk about 2 perspectives: a close one, a loved one. If that person knows, this is how you know if the people who are around you are really around you. If that person is able to call you out when you're not being yourself and you're making decisions that don't sound like you. So they may ask you, "Are you okay?" And you say, "Yeah," but they'll be like, "Bro, are you really okay? Because earlier, I noticed, You know what I mean? People that know you and align with you, meaning they ain't nobody that's just a person that's around for, you know what I mean? I need some money. You got some money.
You know, that's
You got some
everybody else,
food. You got some food. Like, no, they're people that really care about you. So they'll notice when you off. And then work people, your work environment. Sorry, work friends and family. You may not be as talkative or bright. I had one of my friends today. They're like, "Tonight from us, tonight more energy. What's going on tonight?" I'm like, hi, yeah, just do something crazy to show like I'm here, but like my focus right now.
Weren't
is
they
on
also like
something else.
this morning? Good morning!
They were.
Yes!
Yes! Let's talk about me. You gotta have that energy.
So, like,
You gotta have that energy.
that's what I think. What y'all think?
I feel like you should like. I'm gonna pick up what you said. When it comes to energy, I feel like you should you should always like boost the people around you, even if maybe you're not feeling it. You should like in the mornings or like maybe when you come into class, engage with your teacher, engage with your classmates, like engage with your coworkers. I come in with the energy.
You do, yo, every
I
morning.
be like, come on, it's time to get working. It's time to get working.
Make sure y'all clock in on time.
Clock in on time.
I'm not a morning person. He messes up.
She gonna be a morning person.
No, you don't. Kendra is a grumpy pants in the morning.
I don't like waking up. I like to hear the Jixman's perspective.
At least you know you don't need your reminders because Jay's a reminder.
Oh yeah, Jay definitely be making sure I'm up, especially with all those messages. Good morning. Hi, y'all ready for today? We have this today. We have that today. Thank you, because you're kind of my wake-up call sometimes.
So did y'all answer the question?
Oh, I was just gonna say we all bleed the same. We started on here the same way, so you can get it any way you want. Don't let your age, your race, your gender be your perception of what you can do on this planet.
Okay.
Period.
And my answer for that actually is sometimes you don't even need to be special. And just need to be empathetic.
Yeah.
Observer.
And have sympathy and being able to have perspective, putting your feet in other
Just be there for your people.
Period.
I agree with you. I think you should just put your feet in other people's shoes, like before maybe judging or you see what they're going through, you know, and then decide how you're gonna move from there. And it should be easy.
But that's it for the podcast. Or
Thank you guys. Good night.
And see y'all next time.
That means we can eat.
Yes. Like.